It's my last day in Bangkok. Tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. I am headed back to Houston, Texas after being away for over 2 years. Not gonna lie, I'm scared shitless. Most of my friends that I've talked to have said, yeah, it was scary to go back home after expatriating for a while. And the truth is I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm not ready, but all I know for certain is that Bangkok has had this huge impact on me. I'm on a different side of town. My Airbnb is a few blocks away. I wanted to just come back to Bangkok for a few weeks. Well, mostly because I just had to settle a few things, close out my bank account, pick up my suitcase, say goodbye to my friends, and just kind of veg out for a bit. And it's funny because when I started like seriously making videos on a more consistent basis, it kind of started just like this. The day I left Houston for Thailand, I just turned on my camera and started recording, and on my flight up I just kind of pieced together this weird little video. With this, I kind of just wanted to take it back to basics and just do something easy that wasn't overdone and wasn't too overly thought out. It was just me and my thoughts and whatever it is that I happen to be doing in the moment. Alright. These are little pork chopped peanut tapioca jelly balls. It tastes a lot better than they sound, and I thoroughly enjoy them. I'd also like to note that I've spent like the last couple of days or weeks just eating really indulgently. Is when I go back to America, I'm not going to have anything like this maybe ever again. I've also realized I really hate the word maybe, so I'm going to set a personal goal for myself of accountability that I won't say maybe anymore. Just yes or no, when things will get done. So good. I think it's hilarious that they don't even keep the doors open long enough for anybody to get on the train, because, I mean, let's face it, I don't think anyone lives on this side of town. To give you a little bit of perspective, this is the Bangkok BTS. This area right here is the side of town that I lived in, and this part of town right here is the side of town that I've never been past before. Not in the 2 years and 3 months that I've lived in Thailand. What better day to come out here than my very last day, when I have less than 12 hours to catch a flight out of here. Seems appropriate. Let's go. People have been asking me a lot over the last couple of months, Dorian, what are you gonna do next? I felt like I'd been giving out a pretty solid, definite answer. It hasn't been till like recently that people have been saying, oh, what about this plan? What about teaching in Vietnam or teaching in Korea? What about doing videos for a living? I realized I feel like I've been giving very different versions of what seemed like a similar story. And it's weird, for the longest time, I kind of just felt like I had it all together. Not like things weren't bad, but like I had a solid, definite plan. And now it's kind of just feeling like I don't. All right, so it looks like I packed up for the most part. Got a few things. I'm just gonna pop into my backpack. Got my laptop and my smaller backpack. And oh, I need to go to the others. Got some Chuck E. Cheese tokens here. I mean, if anything, the clothes I'm getting rid of have done their, fair share of work. I got to a point where I started to go a little crazy because I felt like I had too many things. Basically anything that has a hole in it. You did your job well, but letting go of things that you've used too much is a whole different perspective on all of this, especially when I have an entire suitcase of just shit that I've accumulated over the last 2 years. I mean, like, let me bring that home to enjoy it. I'll just start by retiring all of this. I leave for the airport in roughly 3.5 hours. What do we do until then? Well, this is actually, my next video from Myanmar, which, is almost done. I kind of just don't really feel like editing it right now. Editing is a workout. It's a mental workout. It's a physical workout because your eyes just kind of, turn into raisins over the span of a week that I'm putting each project together. And a lot of times even more than a week. A big thing for me is that I really harp on myself when I don't get something done every single week or more often than that, because I see so many creators who are just like video every single week, and it becomes quantity over quality, and it's just tough. And for me, it's like I want to edit something really well, but with this video specifically, I kind of just, I don't know, remember what it is that I love about editing and just simple filmmaking and storytelling. Normally it takes me a couple of days of just nothing to kind of recharge my batteries with that. But with everything that's been happening over the last 2 weeks with packing and kind of preparing myself for the move and just bracing for the impact of life that's about to just hit me like a cannonball, it's sort of a vice grip on the creative process. And I can't say that I don't worry about that either, because again, this is something that I want to do for a career. I do want to make a career out of making films, and I do want to edit professionally, and I want to do like all these things involved with the visual medium. But just when you have moments like these, I just have to stop and tell myself, like, it's okay. I'm lucky enough now that I'm not in a position where it is a requirement, so at least I can just kind of sit back and relax and know that, nothing bad is going to come out of just cooling my jets for a moment. And then I'm going from one side of planet Earth to the other, and that I am quite literally being turned upside down. It's kind of a lot to expect. So I'll be lucky if I make it home and don't feel like I've hit a brick wall. Let's get to work. The cool thing about like these sort of mid-range big city apartments here is like you get this big window. You get to sleep with like the skyline right by your side. And in a way, it's sort of the realization of that wish fulfillment, that you live in this big, futuristic, unreal, unattainable environment. You get to be a part of it. It should feel like it's the end of that line, but it doesn't quite feel that way. It feels more like the closing of one chapter and the opening of another. But for what it's worth, anything that's come from this experience, from the last 2 years and 3 months, that it's something that's made me into a better man and has developed me into someone that's just ready to go out in the world and take it for whatever I can make it. When I started making videos and when I really restarted my channel, I had no real desire to actually turn this into something, even though it hasn't become a magnet for views. It's my body of work, and it's special, and every little adventure, every little story that I've told, every story that I'm going to continue to tell is a part of this legacy that I'm so proud of, and it's all started with my experience here in Bangkok. So when I leave in a few hours, all I can say is that all I can say is that it's all been perfect. See you guys next adventure. Peace out.